Okay, I'm going to show you guys really quick how to prep your nails and all that, and just show you real quick, maybe if I have time, how to apply some of the wraps. And here's the plum application kit, and everything is inside. You get two large wipes, alcohol wipes to wipe your nails. You want to make sure you wash your hands first with Dawn soap or a degreaser type soap, because you don't want any oils on your hands. Then you want to prep with this, an alcohol wipes, or buy the Jamberry cleanser that I showed to you. It should be up in your party. It looks like this. This is actually the nail polish remover. The cleanser looks similar to this though, and that'll also clean your nails. So you want them extra clean. There's a buffer in here as well. Buffing your nails helps for them to stay, for the wraps to stay on. I don't always do that. Then I'll show you how to use the cuticle remover, and then pushing cuticles back. This comes in there, and then also this also to push down your wraps, to cut your wraps, and just more of these that comes in there as well. So you pretty much get everything you need. Oh, the Jamberry. This is the best too. The file's awesome. So I'm just going to show you basically what to do. I'm going to apply the cuticle remover with my pen. Sorry. And I think I'm going to try to move this down so you can see it. This is like me in bed again. Like I've told you before, this is like ridiculous, but I hope you all don't mind. This is my life right now. So, okay, so here's my nails. Let's see if I get it. And you just apply the cuticle remover. It's really important because if you have any invisible cuticles at all, and this is important for kids too, to make sure that they stick for the juniors. If you have any cuticle invisible ones or any sticking out or whatever, you want to make sure that they are gone, because if you don't see them, they could cause your wraps to lift then, and we don't want that. Sorry. And we want to make sure that that does not happen. A lot of times if you start to scrape away here, you will start to see some white maybe coming up, and that is going to be invisible cuticle, and that is going to be what we're getting rid of. We don't want that there at all, so it's going to be really important to get rid of it. I hope you guys can see that. I'm going to go up a little bit. Sorry. So yeah, so if you're finding that your wraps are lifting, that could definitely be why, because you might have an invisible cuticle there that you want to make sure you get rid of. So we're going to also push our cuticles back too. So get rid of those invisible cuticles, and then also push the cuticles back so that we have a really good spot to put those wraps, because we do not want our wraps to touch skin, and we don't want them to touch cuticles. And we actually would like to err on the side of our wraps being a little bit smaller when we choose which wrap that goes on that finger, because it's just best to have it a little smaller. Anything that's a little bigger is going to probably touch skin, and I've actually seen that happen, and then what happens is it'll bump and it'll cause problems, and it'll lift early, and it's just not good. So we actually say that having a little sliver between your nail here and your skin, your wrap and your skin, a little sliver of nail between that is best. A little sliver here, a little sliver here at the cuticle, a little sliver on this side, having just a little bit of nail come through that nobody else will notice but you. Okay, so now that I've done that, it's good to buff. This just kind of roughens the surface a little, so I think it helps the wraps to stick better. I don't always do this. You don't have to. Kind of makes them look like that, I guess. Kind of roughens them up. This is not really damaging your nail. Your nails are just dead anyway. You know, some people are concerned about damage to their nails, like when they apply their wraps and take them off. And, you know, we definitely don't want damage where it's going to be something really bad, like your nail is lifting. That would be bad. But something like this is okay because, you know, they're just dead and they grow out and covered with a wrap, and then you use cuticle oil and that fixes it, and they look great. So that's why I highly do recommend the cuticle oil. It is here. When you use cuticle oil with your wraps, they're meant to go with your wraps. When your wraps are on, I recommend you put them on twice a day. Sometimes I don't remember to do that, so I might do it just once a day. But I do recommend it. It also comes in a pen like this too, which is real simple and real quick. It gets underneath of your nail bed and it keeps your nails hydrated. It helps them to grow. And, you know, when you're taking those wraps off, then, you know, they'll stay hydrated. They'll be hydrated. When they are off, you can put the cuticle oil on them too. Same thing. So, okay, so I did that. I don't want to forget anything else. So you can push back with the rubber cuticle too if you want to get those back with that as well. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just match up which goes with my nail. I know what goes with my nail, so I can do this pretty quickly, like which nail fits. But you would decide, oh, is this my pinky? Is this my pinky? But like I said, let's err on the side of being a little bit small. So you can kind of wrap it around like that and check it out and make sure it fits well. So I know that this is my pinky. So what I do here is I take it and I want to make sure you guys can see it. I actually cut it in half. You don't have to do that. You can measure it exactly if you'd like to with tape. It's up to you. Some people take their orange stick and lift it this way to get the wrap up so they don't touch it with their fingers. We don't want to get oils on the wrap. That's really important. You don't want to get it where it's going to be touching your nail because oils will make the wraps lift as well. Because of my Lyme issues and my neurological issues, often my hands shake. So I actually have more trouble lifting like that. So I personally just always cut them in half so I know that I have a little extra tab here that will not be touching my nail at all. So I hold that tab and then in the end I end up cutting them off. So then I turn on my heater. Here's my heater. This is my large heater. There are smaller heaters now that are actually even quieter. But I'm just going to be using this because it was easiest and right there. And you heat it up for a few seconds until you start to see it curl. So I think you can see that. It's curling. Well, that's really curling. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take it. Where can you see it? Sorry. Let me make sure I can get this. Is like awkward. Okay, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to apply that on. Okay, you can kind of see it's applied. And I'm going to put it in the right spot. No, I'm having trouble today putting it in the right spot usually. And I'm going to push it down with my thumb. And when I push it down with my thumb here, I am going to, maybe even with my fingernail a little bit, get it in there. And I'm going to stretch it and I'm going to pull it. I have curvy nails. This is best for me to do it this way personally, for me to push that down and then stretch out the end and pull the end so that I don't get any ripples. And that's the best way for me to do it. I think it's the best way for, well, most people to do it. Some people have flat nails, so as you can see, I do it that way. And then what I do is I personally do that with each of these. That's my phone. Sorry. I personally do that with each of these. Right away, that's the step that I do. All of those, I measure them, cut them, and I put them on so that all of my nails have this tab sticking out. It seems to be faster to do it that way. But if you're new at this, you might not want to do it that way because that might just kind of make you nervous and maybe you'll hit this and it'll be a mess. But at the very end, what I do then is I cut each of them down and then I file them. So, but right now I'm just going to show you one at a time. And so here I have this, and what I will do, I will cut it sometimes. A lot of people cut it, some people don't. They might just file right away. So as you can see, I cut it. Now I'm going to file straight down, carefully, just straight down, because I don't want to file up. If you file up, then your tips will lift. If you have trouble with any tips lifting, please let me know. Don't hesitate ever to let me know if there's any problems at all. I have lots of troubleshooting guides and videos and things that can definitely help you if there's ever any issues. That's one thing I tell people is that I am your consultant and this is what I do. This is my job, and I want you to love your wraps and buy them over and over again, and to tell other people about them. So I will help you in any way possible if there ever is any issues that you might run into. Some people do not, but some people do, and sometimes the different styles of wraps, because there's metallic, there's glitter, there's just regular vinyl ones. You know, sometimes some of those even are different than others, and some work better for some people, some don't. And I have tips and things for those. So as you can see, I put that on. Now what I would do then too at this point is heat it up again. And some people have done the baggy method, which I've not shown you this time, but I have a video on there of it. And I heat it up again, sometimes with the baggie. That really helps. And then I'll push it down again with my rubber cuticle stick, like that. And just really get it in there and really make sure it's where it needs to be and not touching skin. I don't know if you could see this sliver, but I will show you if you can. There's a sliver here. Don't have a huge sliver here, if you can see it or not. So that's how my wrap is on my pinky. I'm not going to do my whole wrap because this is a long video so far. So I hope that that has helped you guys. This takes me about 15 to 20 minutes now because I'm just fast at doing it now. And like I said, I do it all at once, and then I do the cutting, then I do the filing, then I do the next hand, and it's just a lot quicker doing it that way. So, but you'll get the hang of it, I promise. So ask me questions. Okay, my face. Bye.